take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. They're on 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st down, it's Thompson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14, Jackson, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. The Patriots gearing up to go now. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Yeah, this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Brady, open man is Gordon, complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, an even 90 yards. And the Patriots get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps. but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson caught right side at Snead. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 13.
Jackson from the shotgun. He uncorks it for Snead. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I got it. Hey, take it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Thompson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We got this.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
50, my 50. Not here.
From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got Snead. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check 50.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's get ready. We're going to work.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 81 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, back, 66, bullet, half, 15 on it, 15 on it.
Now Jackson on 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? They just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Snead. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, it's Thompson, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Back now in Baltimore. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 16. The drive starts with a run by White, and it's been lost. They stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that there. And the Patriots get a score closer. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Get it deep.
All right, T, let's take. All right, T. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Kill.
Wait. Kill. Off. Switch.
He's coming.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Devin McCourty picks it off. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got it.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Carr. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra 7 downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 27.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Check.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that dork. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, that's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
Now, after that 2nd catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Now Brady. It's complete. James White. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Brady now on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Brady. He completes it right side to White. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. New England on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now Brady again. He hits White, complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown.
Complete to Marquise Brown. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Ravens, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.